Hello and welcome everyone to Electricity Human Resource Canada's Awards of Excellence. I hope you enjoyed our fun introduction. It has been a tough year, of course, for everyone, and I think it's important to find levity where we can. So whether you are joining us today in your sweats or your tuxedo, thank you for being with us on this special occasion to celebrate the hard work and incredible achievements of our colleagues across Canada's electricity sector. We're glad to continue our annual tradition of honouring the people who have shown leadership and innovation this year, even if it can't be in person. We have 5 awards that we present yearly. Innovation in HR Practices by an educational or training institution. Innovation in HR Practices by an employer. Workplace Diversity and Inclusion. Our Emerging Leader Award. And of course, our Leader of the Year with our 2020 recipient, Stephanie Smith, CEO and President of Can Do Owners Group. Congratulations, Stephanie. This year, and hopefully for 1 year only, we will also present the Pandemic Response Award, a special recognition given to an individual or team who has led the way in responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. While it doesn't really need to be said that this past year has been challenging, acknowledging that we've all been subject to increased stress and logistical hurdles in both our personal and professional lives makes the accomplishments of the individuals and teams named today all the more significant. 2020 was a year in which companies were forced to change the way they worked almost overnight, from dealing with PPE issues, implementing new technologies to ensure continuity of communications and business processes, or enhancing safety protocols for those in the control rooms and in the field. We have heard stories of individuals and teams working together, stepping up to keep their colleagues safe, morale up, and the power grid running. I don't think the word resilience has ever been so apt. I do always look for the silver lining in every challenge, and I really believe that the circumstances of 2020 will allow us to take what we have learned and continue to adapt, to innovate and collaborate. Now, before we get started, I'd like to thank each of our generous sponsors for their support of this event and their ongoing commitment to building inclusive, empowering and resilient workplaces. So thank you so much to Hydro One, this year's gold sponsor, our silver sponsors, Bruce Power, Canadian Union of Skilled Workers, and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Our bronze sponsors, Ontario Power Generation, Grid Smart City Cooperative, the Association of Power Producers of Ontario, the Alberta Electric System Operator, the Canadian Council on Rehabilitation and Work, Oakville Enterprises Corporation, and Hydro Ottawa. Special thanks also to our media partners Carewell Publications and Electrical Business Magazine. This event could only be possible with your support. Now, I'd like to introduce our gold sponsor, Hydro One, to say a few words and get us started. Enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, I'm Farah Alexis, Vice President of Talent Management at Hydro One Networks Inc. Hydro One is Ontario's largest electricity transmission and distribution service provider. We distribute electricity across Ontario to nearly 1.4 million predominantly rural customers. We take pride in energizing life for people and communities, helping Ontarians live a better and brighter future. Hydro One is proud to play a leading role in today's event. This year's award winners have all demonstrated ambitions and innovative contributions to their organizations and the sector at large. We are thrilled to play a role in recognizing them here today. In an industry where people are at the core of all operations, building inclusive workplaces where all employees have the tools they need for success is critical. Our HR colleagues across the country work tirelessly to ensure the programs and practices they deliver are tailored to the needs of their workforce. 2020 has required companies to rethink what work looks like and to retool established policies and practices at a moment's notice. Those working in HR and related capacities across the country have had to pivot quickly to understand a rapidly changing situation, and they have played a significant part in the resilience of the sector this year. To all the award winners, we extend our sincere congratulations. Thank you for the energy you bring to our sector and for your commitment to your colleagues' safety and well-being. Let the awards begin.
In 2020, the electricity sector pulled together like never before. Powering hospitals, grocery stores, homes, and communities, we kept the lights on across the country while upholding rigorous health and safety standards. For many, this meant changes to the ways and places we work. It's meant temperature checks, hand sanitizer, symptom screening, plexiglass barriers, Zoom calls, rotational schedules, work pods, and masks. It's meant balancing work from home with our kids' remote school, checking on elderly neighbors, or doing grocery runs for those isolating. It's meant more remote meetings and virtual events than we ever could have imagined. As an essential service, electricity workers across the country have continued to demonstrate a commitment to safety above all. We know that prioritizing the health and well-being of our workforce is critical to ensuring resilience. We celebrate all in the sector who continue to make safe choices to protect the health of themselves and their colleagues. It's been hard, and we're not done yet, but the strength, resourcefulness, and collaboration we've seen this year among employees, employers, associations, unions, schools, and municipalities is inspiring. The pandemic has reinforced the importance of the people at the heart of this sector, those who work to keep the lights on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. While only a few outstanding individuals will be named today, our sector is made up of thousands of people who have made incredible contributions this year. So, whether you are a power line technician, a cybersecurity specialist, a customer service representative, an accountant, a nuclear operator, an HR professional, a wind turbine technician, or fill any other role in our diverse industry, thank you all for continuing to light the way for Canadians.
Hello everyone, my name is Tom Reed. I am the International Vice President for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, 1st District, Canada. The IBW, as we are commonly referred to, is the oldest and largest electrical workers union in the world. We currently represent over 775,000 members in North America, with approximately 70,000 here in Canada. Our members are employed in every aspect of the electrical industry. I want to thank the Electricity Human Resource Council for this opportunity. It is truly my honor to be presenting this award today. Of course, like everyone else, I would much prefer that we were together in person. Let's hope that things continue to improve and we are able to resume face-to-face contact sometime in 2021. The Innovation in HR Practices by an Educational or Training Institution Award is given to an individual or team that has developed or implemented curriculum, educational or training programs that address the workforce supply needs of the electricity industry by ensuring that students or employees have the required skill sets. This year's winner is a unique educational program that blends two in-demand industry skill sets to equip students to begin applying their knowledge in the workplace immediately on hiring. The program has undergone an extensive review to adapt and embrace advancements in new technologies, including cutting-edge physical renovations to laboratory spaces, and to ensure that students are ready to hit the ground running with the skills employers need immediately upon graduation. Throughout the development and review of the program, there was extensive engagement with the industry to ensure that every component of the curricula was validated with and by industry. The program has a strong focus on using practical skills to address challenges that would be seen on job sites. Approximately 60 participants per year graduate, and the program has an excellent track record of 96% employment post-graduation. One industry testimonial provided in the nomination explained that this year's winner worked with us to create a custom set of courses to deliver to our trainees that fills the gap. This has been very effective in ensuring our trainees have the necessary foundational knowledge to complete our internal training program. It is my pleasure and again my honor to present the Innovation in HR Practices by an Educational or Training Institution Award to the British Columbia Institute of Technology for their electrical power and industrial control option of the Electrical and Computer Engineering Technology Program. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Kathy Manson from British Columbia Institute of Technology, or BCIT. I'd like to thank Electricity HR Resources Canada for selecting us as for the Award of Excellence in Innovation in HR Practices at an educational facility. Our program is a 2-year program, a diploma program. Our students learn about electrical engineering technology. 5 years ago, we went through a major program upgrade, and we renovated our old power lab, refurbished all of our machines, and added new technology. And we also added a lot of safety devices in as well. We also built a new lab, and that's this lab that I'm standing in, the Smart Grid Lab. In this lab, we have numerical relays that can be interconnected in our own private network, so our students can learn about smart grid technology. We also added in some renewable energy technology panels and educational equipment, so our students can learn about that as well. We have a great faculty. We have excellent instructors, assistant instructors, and lab technicians. And that's why this award is so meaningful for us, because we understand that our human resources are our most valuable. So once again, I want to say thank you to Electricity HR Resources Canada.
Hi everyone, I'm Nirav Patel from Ontario Power Generation and the Human Resources Department. I'm also the EHRC's Vice Chair for their board. I'm pleased to be here. I have the distinct honor of introducing this year's winner for the Innovation in HR Practices by an Employer Award. 2020 was a year of great challenge for HR and training professionals. We really had to figure out a way to deliver core HR services that were normally delivered in person in very unique ways, considering there was a global pandemic. So this year's award winner is being honored for their creativity and their forward-thinking mindset. When you think of leadership training, most people would prefer that to be in person. So what do you do when there is a global pandemic and you can't gather people in one room to deliver core training like this? This individual moved the leadership training program virtually. And I'm sure that was a huge challenge, considering most individuals would prefer to have these types of really dynamic sessions in person. So core elements of this new training program included virtual coaching, and it also included opportunities for very senior leaders to drop in to the program and offer some words of wisdom. So overall, the response was phenomenal. The organization pivoted to this virtual training without missing a beat, and they really felt like it added a great deal of value. It's also made them rethink the way in which other training programs are delivered, and this virtual modality may be used elsewhere in the organization. And so that's great in terms of innovation and moving the business forward for great business results. So we'd like to celebrate this year's award winner, Ashley Trahan from Bruce Power. Congratulations, Ashley, on behalf of the sector and from EHRC. And to all, please continue to work safely and have a great day. Bye for now. Take care.
I'm Ashley Trahan, an HR specialist in leadership development with Bruce Power, although of course currently, as you can see, I'm at home. It was such an honor to receive this Innovation in HR Practices Award from Electricity Human Resources Canada, not only for myself, but for my colleagues, Kevin Roche and Amy Sullivan, who brought the vision of turning an extremely interactive course in the classroom into a virtual 2-week program. With a little willingness to experiment, some supportive stakeholders, and participants at the frontline leader level who were willing to play ball, we were able to create a truly transformative learning experience in a virtual environment. More importantly, our participants are leaving the course and tangibly driving our mission at Bruce Power and living our values and our mission of safely providing clean, affordable energy, as well as life-saving medical isotopes. I was particularly humbled by this award myself, and I know my colleagues as well, because we truly feel like we hit the jackpot because we are able to do what we love every day during this pandemic, whether that's on site or from home. And we get to witness our participants who not only develop leadership skills that we need at Bruce Power to drive results and move us towards excellence, but to take those leadership skills to their home lives, to our communities. And I can say that I've never had more faith that we have the leaders we need to guide us through these exceptionally challenging times. On behalf of myself and the leadership development team at Bruce Power, a sincere thank you to EHRC for this award.
The Workplace Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award is given to an individual or team who champions diversity and inclusion, is a role model for developing and cultivating diversity strategies in their organization, and communicates the rationale for these strategies to their employees. This year's winner put forth a submission that was deemed exemplary by the evaluation panel. The winning organization has implemented a robust and comprehensive approach to integrating DEI practices into their culture. At the core of this strategy are two working groups which complement each other's goals and activities. The groups focus on various aspects of inclusive workplaces, from educating around unconscious bias, facilitating open dialogue, working towards sustainable and accountable inclusion practices, and company-wide reporting on representation of designated groups within the company's equity plan. The groups have a high level of commitment and championing from all levels of leadership across the company, which has resulted in a series of events and educational campaigns marking diversity celebrations that have grown ever larger each year. The groups work across a large organization, and significant time and resources have been invested into their success in understanding employees' experiences with diversity and inclusion at the organization. Dedicated information gathering on DEI has allowed the company to respond to the specific needs of various groups regarding recruitment and retention strategies. In a specific example, the organization has committed to including at least one woman in the selection process for each management level role. This year's winner has also demonstrated a genuine commitment to empowering local community members to find employment with the company. Significant financial investments have resulted in successful employment initiatives and partnerships that aim to break down barriers to entry for specific groups. The winning organization demonstrates strong internal communications around DEI priorities, for example, through the development of a weekly newsletter supporting DEI while working remotely. The organization also maintains a workplace policy which outlines responsibilities around its inclusive workplace culture and a year-end review procedure to ensure that momentum across all areas of DEI is continuously built upon. This application stood out for its complement of strong support from volunteers who drive initiatives, as well as strong engagement and championing from senior leaders who share their personal stories and diversity and inclusion journeys with the company. The groups have had tremendous impact on their organization, and we recognize the Employment Equity Advisory Committee and the Workplace Inclusion, Diversity, and Equity Committee. The winner of the Workplace Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award is ATCO. Congratulations.
Thank you very much to the EHRC for this award. To know that the work we've done to date has compelled change and growth for the future is very special indeed. I'd like to specifically thank our internal equity committees. These committees have championed some impressive initiatives and prioritized critical discussions as part of our ongoing business planning, our long-term goals, and our learnings. It goes without saying this past year was full of much discussion and reflection, both personally and professionally, so this award feels particularly poignant now. We all want to work for an organization that cultivates an environment where employees are encouraged to be themselves and are valued for their individual contributions. But in order to contribute, they must feel safe to do so. It can't be understated the role psychological safety plays in allowing employees to express true opinions and diverse points of view, and that safe feeling comes from trusting each other with our differences. The EEAC and WIDE have done a wonderful job of celebrating diversity, championing inclusion, and they continue to challenge us as an organization to do better. Both committees championed a company-wide Inclusion Starts with I challenge, asking employees to commit to a singular action to improve inclusion within ATCO. we also gathered to celebrate International Women's Day, where I had the pleasure of speaking to my own experiences as a woman in my industry. Lastly, our electricity business recently announced a broad change in language and job titles, as many of our field operations employees are women whose position titles have been long outdated. We have since updated them to reflect more accurately all our people. With that said, it can't be overlooked that as we humbly accept this award, we recognize there is much work to be done, but we must continue to learn and passionately pursue opportunities to make our workplace even more inclusive. So on behalf of ATCO, sincere thanks.
Hi everyone, I'm Karen Smith and I head up the Talent Management Department at Bruce Power and also a very proud board member of EHRC. Bruce Power is situated on the shores of Lake Huron and provides nuclear power to 1 in 3 homes, hospitals, schools, and businesses in Ontario, and is the leading supplier of medical isotopes that are used worldwide in life-saving cancer treatments and sterilization of medical devices. We want to thank the EHRC for the work they do in our industry, and we are proud to partner with them in their programs. I'm honored to be presenting the Emerging Leader Award this year. The Emerging Leader of the Year is given to an individual with less than 10 years of industry experience. This recipient is an innovative thinker whose accomplishments have motivated their peers and who have demonstrated a high level of dedication to their organization and to the industry. Nomination criteria includes commitment to the principles of the organization, successful leadership of the people to achieve organizational goals, and implementation of innovative, pioneering ideas. This year's winner is an ambitious and motivated self-starter who has risen quickly through the ranks at their company. From their start as an HR intern to their various roles and recent enrollment in an accelerated development program, this individual has contributed to the organization and continues to demonstrate exceptional leadership capacity. Throughout their 4-year career at their company, this individual has been a driving influence for growth and brand awareness, and their initiatives have led to an impressive increase in applications for the company's new graduate programs. In addition, their innovative thinking has directly contributed to their company's winning several major employer awards for the first time. A dedicated advocate of diversity and inclusion, this individual is highly professional in all their activities and is deeply ingrained in their delivery of meaningful results that are aligned with business goals. Their accomplishments have generated an extremely positive reputation within the company's senior leadership team. It goes without saying that this nomination included glowing recommendations from their colleagues, including one who said that they are the most talented and promising early career HR talent they have ever managed. We are pleased and delighted to present the Emerging Leader of the Year Award to Amrit Takar of Schneider Electric Canada. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Amrit Takar, and I'm the Talent Manager and Human Resources Business Partner at Schneider Electric Canada. I would like to first thank the Electricity Human Resources Canada for recognizing me with the Emerging Leader of the Year Award. I am so honored. 4 years ago, I began my career in HR at Schneider Electric. And as I reflect on these past few years, I am very grateful for all of the incredible opportunities that have challenged me and helped me grow personally and professionally. I am so fortunate to work with amazing leaders at Schneider Electric that demonstrate strong leadership, such as the head of Schneider's sustainability business, Susan Uthaya-Kumar, who is one of my biggest role models, and Adrian Thomas, Schneider Canada's country president, who has been an amazing mentor of mine. Most notably, I'm very grateful for Thierry Miraz, my manager and VP of Human Resources, who inspires me every single day through his outstanding leadership. I am so lucky to be a part of such a wonderful HR team at Schneider, filled with great people who I can learn from and that make me excited to go to work. I wish you all a bright, safe, and healthy 2021, and thank you again so much for this recognition.
Hi, I'm John Wabb, the President of the Canadian Union of Skilled Workers. We are a proud supporter of the Electricity Human Resource Council. Thank you for joining today. The Pandemic Response Award recognizes an individual or team in the sector who has demonstrated excellence in responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. Nomination criteria considered specific programs, practices, or policies implemented, excellence in communications, and community engagement. As everyone at this event will know, maintaining reliable operations while meeting the health, safety, and wellness needs of staff in the midst of a global pandemic is tremendously difficult. Today's recipients are from an organization which responded quickly and effectively to execute a business continuity plan that would keep operations running and their employees safe. The two teams at this organization have responsibility for a wide range of programs and practices, including recruitment and onboarding, training and development, stakeholder engagement, and change management. They pivoted quickly and effectively to enable staff to do their jobs and maintain reliable operations, while at all times focusing on maintaining a people-first culture, which in the words of one employee, enables us to thrive and do our very best no matter the circumstances. The recipient teams have managed a high-level organizational plan while paying close attention to the meaningful details that matter to their organization's culture. This included a return-to-work plan that engaged the employees frequently to understand their comfort level, concerns, and challenges, increased flexibility measures across the organization related to employee well-being, including working hours, vacation time, remote working supports, and substantially increasing mental health benefits. Digitizing HR processes and all in-person programs, retooling mission-critical communities of practice to facilitate just-in-time knowledge sharing across a range of deep technical and organizational specializations, efforts to connect employees through the creation of online communities to support each other, such as Lunch and Learns, a parenting resource group, online talent shows, the development of a staff cookbook, virtual fundraising activities, and the redesign of existing peer recognition programs. Even the co-op students were included in activities and had special recognition on the organization's intranet and social media channels. In addition, the team and executive leadership have looked at the impacts of remote working and have used the learnings to catapult forward their existing thinking around hybrid working models to plan for the post-pandemic future of the organization. In times of high stress, communication is key. Employees emphasized how meaningful it was to receive genuine and thoughtful communications from the CEO and those who led the response, and that those communications contributed greatly to morale. In one employee's words, they helped to foster a sense of relevance, resonance, and humanity. Another employee told us the team's efforts have allowed me to protect my family's health and well-being, and this ultimately supports my ability to be effective, contribute to meetings, the objectives of the organization, and therefore serve in the public's interest to the best of my ability. For their incredibly well-rounded nomination and truly comprehensive response to the challenges of the pandemic, I am honored to present the Pandemic Response Award to the People and Culture and Customer Experience teams from the Alberta Electric System Operator. Congratulations.
Thank you, EHRC, for this recognition. A proud acknowledgement of our team's efforts and how committed our ISO community has been in adapting so capably to challenging transformation. Through our People and Culture Strategic Plan, Lisa, our VP, has emphasized flexible practices were vital to our employee value proposition. And these foundational efforts to modernize in the last while has allowed us to work hard on our cultural traits this past year of innovation, adaptability, inclusivity, and trust building. Thank you very much.
Hi, it's Lisa Nadeau, Vice President of People and Culture and Customer Experience at the ISO. I'm really excited and honored to receive this award from the EHRC. The COVID-19 pandemic has caused significant workplace disruption. The ISO's People and Culture and Customer Experience team navigated the upheaval with agility and creativity. They stepped up and delivered every single time, whether on their base work, on their goals, including an enterprise resource system, no small feat, and on ensuring that our workforce was supported to continue to be their best and thrive together throughout the pandemic. They pivoted quickly in every single aspect of our work to better support employees and leaders, whether that was moving all learning to online platforms or recruiting and onboarding online. There really wasn't an aspect of our work that wasn't changed to meet these new workforce needs. They set up pulse surveys to understand what was working and what we needed to do differently. This focus on listening and employee experience at the heart of our work brought forward creative ideas for solutions to care for and support our people, maintain connectedness, engage and collaborate in new and different ways. This team was central to the ISO's continued success throughout the pandemic. Every single person on this team displayed a high level of leadership, innovative thinking, agility, and delivery. Well done, team. I'm so proud of you.
Good afternoon. I'm Kathy Lorette, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Business Transformation at Electra, and also the Board Chair of Electricity Human Resources Canada. And I'm so excited to present the next award. The Leader of the Year award is given to an individual who has made an outstanding contribution to the organization and the Canadian electricity at large through visionary people management strategies and leadership. More than any other award, this recognizes an individual who has made an incredible impact on their organization. The Leader of the Year is someone our nomination committee recognizes has performed exceptionally and inspires professionals across the country. I am so pleased to recognize Stephanie Smith as EHRC's 2020 Leader of the Year. Stephanie stands out for being a human-centered leader in a highly technical field. With an impressive career spanning many different roles, she has demonstrated a unique ability to inspire and motivate her team in each one. Recently appointed as the first female president and CEO of CanDo Owners Group, Stephanie developed her career at Ontario Power Generation, where she made history throughout her career. Notably, as plant manager at Pickering Nuclear Generating Station, she was responsible for the safe operation and maintenance of 6 nuclear reactors. Stephanie led improvements, earning the station an acknowledgement of excellent from the World Association of Nuclear Operators. This was the first time in the station's 40-year history that this designation was awarded, and the accomplishment was largely due to Stephanie's ability to inspire and motivate her team. Highly engaged with the industry beyond her own organization, Stephanie actively mentors others and is often called upon to speak at events about women's participation in STEM fields, where she shares her own experiences balancing career and family. One colleague said, "Stephanie's leadership, courage, and ability to inspire others truly makes her a role model that many women can look up to." She's a trailblazer, having accomplished many firsts in the nuclear industry. An advocate for diversity and inclusion, her nominators emphasize Stephanie's belief in the importance of diversity of thought in driving business results and moving organizational culture forward. She is known across the industry for creating safe and inclusive work environments and her ability to collaborate and bring people together. Finally, Stephanie continues to cultivate strong relationships both within her company and outside of it. She is an excellent ambassador for the industry and leads with thoughtful vision and expertise. Well, you don't have to take my word for it. Here are some comments from Stephanie's colleagues and family about her impact.
Stephanie, congratulations on being named Electricity Leader of the Year. That's a fantastic achievement. You've always been a trailblazer at OPG and in the industry, and we are really proud of you. Your career has been a series of firsts for women. First licensed shift manager of Pickering B, first plant manager, and now the first CEO of the Can-Do Owners Group. And you did it with your unique style. As you were busting down those barriers, you weren't just being a role model, you were actively supporting, mentoring, and advocating for other women to follow in your footsteps. That hard work has paid dividends, and OPG is a much better company as a result. And the industry is getting better as your influence and reach extends to the entire Canadian nuclear industry and beyond. Thank you and congratulations.
My name is Carla Carmichael, Vice President of Nuclear Decommissioning Strategies at Ontario Power Generation. Having known Stephanie as a formidable leader in the nuclear industry and working with her actively to advance women into leadership roles in that industry, I can't think of a more deserving recipient of this award. As a member of the Board of Directors of the Can-Do Owners Group, I want to extend a big heartfelt congratulations and say we are very proud of you, Stephanie, and happy that you've been recognized for your achievements.
Hello, Stephanie. We just want to say congratulations on being the leader of the year, and you're always the leader in our hearts. And we love you very much.
Congratulations, Mom. I'm super duper proud of you. You are absolutely leader of the year, and I can't wait to see you once all this COVID stuff is over.
I think the best attribute that Stephanie has is that she really tends to see things clearly, and she tends to see the big curve, how things are going to play out and how things will turn out, and she's just really got a knack for that kind of planning and that kind of thinking, strategic thinking. She's really become a personality in the a force in the Canadian nuclear industry already, and it's always been something nice to see. I mean, she really cares about what she does, and she really wants to do the best job she can.
Hi, Mom. I miss you so much, and I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished. And you always inspired me to work so hard, and I can't wait to see you. And I love you so much. I'm so proud of you.
So once again, congratulations from your family.
Thank you. My name is Stephanie Smith, and I am the President and CEO of the Can-Do Owners Group. I would like to thank EHRC for this award, which I'm very humbled to receive, as well as the nomination from Ontario Power Generation. The year 2020 has certainly been a year like no other. With the pandemic, political upheaval, and social unrest due to inequalities in our society, leadership has never been more important. I have had a challenging and rewarding career in the nuclear industry, including many firsts. I was the first woman certified as a shift manager on the Pickering Nuclear 5/8 side, as well as being its first maintenance manager and its first plant manager. I now have the privilege of being the first female CEO of the Can-Do Owners Group, which uses collaboration to increase the reliability and safety of pressurized heavy water reactors worldwide. It hasn't always been easy, but I found by treating people with respect, valuing differences, and asking for help when I need it has helped me succeed. I'm now at a point in my career where it's really time to pay it forward. I truly believe that by mentoring and building excitement in the industry, we can increase our diversity, which is essential to our success, both as an industry and as the organizations that support it. The world is rapidly changing, and we in the electricity sector are in a very exciting position. We need to work collaboratively as the reduction of greenhouse gases is becoming more of a priority to protect our planet. There's lots of excitement building around changing technology. However, to be successful, we need the best and the brightest. So from the post-secondary education institutes, the utilities, and all industries that support electrical production, we need to promote, collaborate, and mentor the leaders of the future. Thank you.
As we wrap up today's proceedings, I want to extend my congratulations to each one of the winners here today for their well-deserved rewards. This year's group of winners embodies the values of the electricity sector, including safety, collaboration, and innovative thinking. I don't know about you, but I'm coming away from this feeling inspired today. I'd like to thank everyone who took the time to nominate a colleague this year. We were thrilled to see so many high-quality submissions, and that made the job of the selection committee quite difficult. I'd like to thank our evaluation panel for all the time they dedicated in selecting our winners today. Many of the selections came quite close, which speaks volumes to the level of professionalism and ambition to be found in our sector. While we can only recognize 6 winners today, there are many more incredible individuals and teams to be found across the country. I'd also like to thank everyone who tuned in to help us celebrate. Your support of your colleagues and EHRC is incredibly valued, and we've all helped to make today special. Although we aren't together in person, in some ways we are closer than ever. Electricity in Canada is connected by more than just the power grid. It's a community with common goals and long-standing relationships. EHRC and I are glad to be part of this community, and we look forward to supporting you in keeping the lights on from coast to coast. As the celebration ends, we invite you to share your congratulations to all the winners in the comments and on social media to let them know that they're appreciated. Again, thank you very much for your participation today. Be safe, and may the force be with you.